Hey Thrive family, welcome to the word for Wednesday. And our word today is the word listen. Now I don't know about you, but I tend not to be a very good listener at times. Try to get better at it, but it's just one of those things you're either good at or you struggle with. But you can get better and you can improve, and it's probably a good thing to work on improving. James, the brother of Jesus, wrote that we, believers, followers of Jesus, should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to get angry. Now, I don't know about you, but I tend to reverse those. And I tend to be quick to speak and quick to get angry, but very slow to listen. And when you're slow to listen, you're just assuming what people are saying. You're assuming what is being said around you instead of listening to what is being said. So James suggests that we get things in order and that we be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to get angry. Now, why is listening so important during times like this? I believe it's because of something C.S. Lewis wrote that I find incredibly insightful during these days. And he wrote this, that God whispers to us in our pleasure, He speaks in our conscience, but He shouts to us in our pain. It is truly His megaphone to rouse a deaf world. Isn't that fascinating? C.S. Lewis would say that God, when He really wants to get our attention, where He speaks the loudest is in our pain. And we might get that reversed and we might have that opposite, but that's what he believed as he read Scripture, that that's where God spoke. The clearest and the loudest was during our pain. Well, so that means right now is a time where God is speaking in a loud volume. So the question has to be, are we listening? So let me just ask you this. What do you believe God is saying right now to you as an individual? What are some things you've changed? What are some things you need to do differently? What are some things that just are going to be different in your life from here on out, personally, because of what you are going through now? What's God saying to you? So now back up and say, now what's God saying to my family? What have we gotten wrong? Where have we just not been very good at maybe resting and having family time together? We've kind of just been crazy and all over the place. Maybe this is a time where we've reevaluated our family goals, our family life, and we're doing something different. But what's God saying to your family? What do you think God's saying? And this is the question I've been asking. It's one of the questions we were talking about last night as elders. What's God saying to our church? What does church look like going forward? How has it changed? What does it look like to continue to be online? These are questions we're asking because this is a time where God is speaking. And we ought to be opening up His Word. We ought to be begging God, God, speak to me right now in the midst of what is happening and what is taking place. So how good are you at listening? Are you listening right now to what God is saying into your life? What He's saying to your family? What He's saying to our church family? So would you just stop today and just ask God to speak to you? And then open up His Word. Maybe you're doing a Bible app plan right now. Those are awesome. You ought to download it on your phone or your tablet if you don't have it yet. And you ought to be reading and doing some devotional every day. But just take a moment, read a section of Scripture, and ask God, what are you saying to me today? Listening, an important skill, and God is speaking, so let's start listening to Him right now. Thanks for joining us on this Word for Wednesday. This weekend, part 2 of What's Next.